Welcome to BNEWS Weekly. I'm Phil Gallagher along with BNEWS producer Sydney Bowles, BNEWS reporters Chris Flaherty and Tad Stefanak, Anthony Matos with sports, Gretchen Carey with the community calendar, and Peter Brown with the weather. Thank you for joining us. The Burlington Police Department is asking for information about an incident at the Mill Pond Reservoir early Tuesday morning. About 9:30 a.m., police received a call from a 69-year-old man who said a man injured his dog and caused him to be knocked backwards. Early reports said the man was also attacked, but that has since been walked back. According to police, the man also attacked and injured the man's dog. Police said the incident began because of a confrontation between the two parties' dogs. Here's Burlington Police Chief Thomas Brown.
They were in the area of the res, and what happened was, as he describes it, and I've spoken to him directly, he had his dog on the leash, he's walking forward. He notices two dogs come from the back side of him, one of them being a beagle mix. Those two dogs start to interact with his dog that is on a leash. The beagle mix and his dog kind of get into it, like dogs can, right? The beagle allegedly snaps at his dog then snaps back, gets the beagle by the ear. At that point in time, he realizes there's a gentleman on a mountain bike who comes in behind him, gets off the mountain bike, and uses the mountain bike to try to separate the dogs. During that interaction, he ends up getting knocked backwards and knocked down. So he wanted to make sure that we corrected the record. He was not attacked, in his words. At that point, when the gentleman recovers, he realizes that this same gentleman that jumped off the mountain bike is now beating on his dog.
Police have not been able to identify the alleged perpetrator as of Thursday morning, but he's described as a white male in his early 30s with an athletic build.
What we're looking for is for this person to come in and give their side of the story, right? I mean, there's always two sides of the story. I have dogs. If my dog had been attacked or I perceived it to be attacked, I'm going to try to step in and help my dog, right? So we assume that there is another side to this story, and what we're looking for is for the person who is involved to come in and tell their side of the story.
Chief Brown says that with the evidence as it now exists, there may be evidence for a charge of willful injury to a domestic animal, which is a 5-year felony. Anyone with information on this case is encouraged to call the police department at 781-272-1212. The Fox Hill School Building Committee shared an update with the community this week. It was the latest public forum as the district redevelops the aging elementary school.
We've had a pretty exciting November, I'm pressing the wrong button, where we've made a lot of decisions. The building committee has made a lot of decisions, and we're excited to be able to bring this forward as we continue through what we call the feasibility study phase with MSBA.
Danisco Designs principal Donna Danisco reminded the community of developments we've covered here on this show, the decision to build a 2-story school and to locate the building on the northern portion of the site. The committee expects to submit the preferred schematic report to the Mass Building School Authority on December 23rd ahead of the MSBA board vote at its February 2024 meeting. A longtime Parks and Rec Department staff member, Jesse Hampson, is taking a job next door in Billerica, and that means the department has a job to fill. Parks and Rec Director Brendan Egan says the department is looking for a program coordinator to create, implement, and evaluate community recreation programs for kids and adults, perform long-range planning, and develop and implement program budgets. Hampson worked for the department for about 7 years. Burlington Town Administrator Paul Sagarino stopped by BCAT this week to talk about some of the biggest stories of the month, including the beginning of the Police Station Building Committee and the new tax rates for 2024. He said the administration and the assessor's office worked carefully to make sure that even though businesses pay about 62% of the total amount collected by the town, businesses weren't too heavily burdened by the bills. Let's look.
We've had many meetings with the chamber over the years and with just individual members of the business community. And what I see is a great understanding on the businesses that's what they do here. Their properties are very valuable. There's a reason why they want to do their business here. I think the town's done a great job of creating the type of environment that businesses want to be in. But it's also should be known that, we take great care in making sure that our business taxes are also competitive, because the last thing that we want to do is outprice ourselves from the region.
The full interview is available at bcattv.org. The average tax bill for the average home in Burlington is likely to be about $6,300. DECA is Burlington High School's club focused on leadership and entrepreneurship, and the team took a trip to Austin, Texas recently to hone their skills. Tad Stefanak has more.
Burlington High School's Distributive Education Club of America, better known as DECA, has returned from a business trip in Austin, Texas.
It was DECA Power Trip. It was basically just a trip with a bunch of states and even different countries. Went to Austin to do workshops and to listen to speakers, and it was really interesting.
This is something that we've done now. This is our third year that we've done this, and it's a great opportunity for students to actually go travel someplace, see a city, and experience some DECA workshops without actually having to have the stress of competition, because all our other travel trips that we do are all competition based.
Well, there are booths for different business schools and companies. The ROTC is there. So kind of just networking with all of these people, learning about different ways to maybe get into schools and stuff like that, which is important because I'm a senior now, so I'm kind of applying.
It was a really good experience. I attended Power Trip last year in DC, and that was a super good learning experience as a freshman. I met some of my best friends on the trip that I'm in a friend group now with today. I got a lot of leadership experience and networking experience from kids from all over the country, so it was a really good opportunity.
We like going to these types of events because it's more of a leadership conference than it is a competition. So students have a lot more time to kind of develop some of the skills instead of actually having to put them into play in a competition.
It wasn't a competition, but we did have a mock role play, which was really helpful.
Well, one of our students placed and got one of the highest role play scores on the mock role play we did, so I'd say it's pretty good.
I'm hoping to make it past districts so I can get to states and then advance as far as I can, hoping to get to California.
I had just applied to Bentley, and they have full DECA scholarships they give out if you win at states and stuff like that, so I'm hoping to maybe win.
Now it's all about the role play, so giving students effective strategies to problem solve and be able to present and communicate effectively to a judge to get those points to move them through district, states, and hopefully have a lot to go to Anaheim this year.
We work at the convention center there, and then the students obviously get to experience LA a little bit and then also experience a little bit of Disneyland while they're competing at the national level.
You should definitely check it out. It's very fun. You learn a lot. I've found it really useful in learning skills and real world skills, and it's just very fun, and you meet a lot of new people, and I recommend it.
Get involved, be a leader, because it's given me the chance to travel and meet some of my best friends.
BCAT wishes all the best to BHS DECA in their endeavors to come. From the DECA classroom, I'm BNEWS reporter Tad Stefanak.
Hanukkah, the Jewish festival of light, began at nightfall on Thursday, and Rabbi Susan Abramson says it's a mixed celebration this year as her congregation's hearts are concerned about the conflict in Israel and Gaza.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam.
Burlington's Temple Shalom Emeth is decked out with menorahs and dreidels in celebration of Hanukkah, the 8-day festival commemorating the rededication of a temple in Jerusalem and of the Jewish faith.
Hanukkah is the remembrance of the time in the 2nd century before the Common Era. Israel was taken over by the Greek Hellenists, and there was a very mean ruler called Antiochus who tried to oppress the Jews and force them to stop being Jewish. They came to a town called Modi'in, which is halfway between Tel Aviv and Jerusalem. So there was a family called Mattathias and his sons, who were later called the Maccabees, who fought against Antiochus's army and were able to kind of be stealth warfare in the hills and everything, and that small band of Jews were able to eventually overcome the huge Hellenistic army and retake the temple, which Antiochus locusts had desecrated and destroyed, and so they retook the temple, and when they retook the temple, they found, according to legend, they found a little jar of oil which only had enough oil in it to last for one day, but according to legend, it miraculously lasted for 8 days. And so we celebrate Hanukkah for 8 days, symbolic of that miracle, and the word Hanukkah means rededication, symbolic of the rededication of the temple in Jerusalem, but also in terms of rededicating ourselves to our Jewish faith and the values that we have as Jews. So it's supposed to be a festival of lights and happiness and celebration, but this year, of course, we have very mixed feelings about what's going on in the war in Israel and Gaza, and there's been so much destruction, and it almost feels like the same feeling as the Jews must have experienced when the Second Temple in Jerusalem was desecrated, and there was so much devastation back then. So I'm looking at it this year as a way and a time for us to try to bring as much light into the darkness as we can. So symbolically, when we light each light on the Hanukkah, on the menorah during the 8 days of Hanukkah, hopefully we can bring more and more light into the world and find ways to bring light to ourselves and rekindle our inner spirit because of this very mixed season this year.
Rabbi Abramson says there will be a lighting of the menorah every night of Hanukkah at 6:30 with music, latkes, and donuts. All are welcome to attend. For BNews Weekly, I'm Sydney Bowles.
Just as the candles on the menorah are lit, so are the lights on the Burlington Common holiday trees. Chris Flaherty has the story of the town common tree lighting.
Santa Claus has come to town, and he brought some fireworks with him. The evening of December 5th, Parks and Recreation marked the start of the holiday season in Burlington with the annual tree lighting ceremony. Parks and Recreation Director Brendan Egan spoke on the department's efforts to pull the evening together after inclement weather led to the decision to postpone the ceremony from December 3rd.
You know, there's a lot of factors that go into it, especially with fireworks. They need to know well in advance. Our maintenance team was prepared to go on Sunday, had the common looking great, and our program staff as well. We made the decision 24 hours in advance, and we had a great night the second night, so we're thankful for that.
Egan says the tree lighting gives families a chance to slow down, celebrate, and enjoy each other's company during the bustling holiday season.
Family events, right? People like to come out, spend some time with their family in their community that they love, and just an opportunity to relax a little during the busy holiday season.
Stay tuned to BCAT for our extended coverage of this year's tree lighting ceremony with Elizabeth Bond and yours truly. Until next time, this is Chris Kringle Flaherty for BNews Weekly.
And there are more ways to celebrate the season coming up this weekend. On Saturday, the United Church of Christ is hosting an event for those who are grieving or might be feeling lost or lonely this time of year. Blue Christmas is scheduled for Saturday, December 9th at 2 p.m. And on Sunday, the UCC is hosting a more upbeat event, a performance from the duo The Three of Cups. Admission is free and seasonal refreshments will be served. That's on Sunday, December 10th at 2 p.m. And what if you're inspired by the holiday spirit and you want to give back? BCAT's Tad Stefanak put together a comprehensive list of charitable giving in town this season, and we wanted to share an abbreviated list with you here. Capitol Grill and People Helping People are collaborating on their annual raffle. Tickets are available for purchase at Capitol Grill and around town for $20. And the proceeds go to the People Helping People food pantry. The winner gets a $1,000 gift certificate to Capitol Grill. Fox Hill Elementary is home to the Coats for Kids drive. Donate new or gently used warm winter coats through January 8th. The Burlington Firefighters Union, Local 2313, is collecting toys to be distributed to children who are spending the holidays or their birthdays in the hospital. Drop-off locations are at the Fire Department, Police Department, and Shaw's Grocery Store. And of course, People Helping People is back with their wish tree at the Burlington Mall. Julie Lewis and Judy Walsh from People Helping People described it in the latest episode of BNews In Depth. Here they are. Let's look.
So at People Helping People, we have been doing this for how many years? How many years has the Wish Tree been, Judy?
26.
So this is our 26th year of doing the Wish Tree. If you've seen the tree at the Burlington Mall, that's People Helping People. And we actually we go and ask parents specific wishes for their children. So we do basic needs and also, the fun things, the toys, and each child gets 3. So we go more specific to each child.
It's basically a program for Burlington children. I do get a lot of requests. I just heard from someone in Tewksbury today asking if they could be part of the program. And we would like to help more, but we have a large amount of people right here in Burlington, so it's always been a Burlington-based program based on our pantry clients' children, or if we get a referral from Youth and Family Services, we gladly help those children as well.
You can see the full episode at bcattv.org. The Burlington Police Department has received a $40,000 grant from the Edward J. Byrne Justice Assistance Program. The grants, totaling $5 million statewide, were awarded to 130 law enforcement agencies across the state to address public safety priorities. Burlington says it will use the funds to support active shooters, purchase ballistic shields, and fund training for the arrival of a canine. Sometimes the animals at the Burlington Science Center are a lesson in getting comfortable with the unfamiliar or even the scary. But other times the animals are there to teach us that even things that are cute and cuddly can be different than we might think. And for those who are curious, leporine means of or relating to rabbits. Let's look.
The Science Center is home to cockroaches, crayfish, and all manner of creepy crawlies. But it's also home to this guy, Cubert.
Cubert is a rabbit. He has a lop, as you can clearly see by the fact that his ears go down. And this is actually very important because rabbits are not part of the rodent family, and it's actually because of these massive ears, as well as a few other reasons. They are part of a family called the lagomorphs, family all of their own. And they are very, very different from rodents in a number of different ways. The first being that he is herbivore. The other big difference is their teeth. So he has dual incisors that allows him to eat that vegetation. And then the other big thing is, in fact, his ears. Now, unfortunately, because he has a lop, this is actually can be bad. They are bred to have their ears down. This is not normal for rabbits. If you've seen hares out in your yard, the hares and the cottontails, the animals that are native to our outside world, their ears stick straight up. And the reason for that is because it allows rabbits to maintain their internal body temperature. So an ear that is up, it allows them to help cool off their body because there's blood vessels in their ears. And as the cool air temperature goes over those ears, it allows those blood vessels to release heat. Whereas if their ears are down, it allows them to conserve heat as opposed to letting those blood vessels release it.
Sarah Fleischman says that because rabbits are so cute, some people assume they'll be cuddly, like a puppy. But she always tells her students, looks can be deceiving.
Oftentimes people get them and they think, oh, they're going to be the most cuddly thing in the world, and they can be for sure. But generally speaking, they're not. In fact, they are more equivalent to what you would have as a cat back at home. They are completely litter box trainable. The only difference between them and a cat is that they are prey animals, and so because of this, you have to really build up that bond with that animal as opposed to a cat, which is, more carnivorous. And because of this, they're going to have a very different way of handling things. A rabbit is going to flee first, and they're going to do it silently.
So think twice before you try to get yourself a Cubert as a pet. From the Burlington Science Center, I'm Sydney Bowles.
Winter sports are underway at BHS. Let's turn to Anthony Matos for the update.
Hey everyone, I'm Anthony Matos. This is your weekly sports report. Winter sports season is underway, and for more, we go to BNEWS sports reporter Robert Paris.
Winter has arrived, and so does another season for athletic programs at BHS. I went down to the practices and see how the progress was going, with the first games and meets fast approaching.
We got some brand new kids. They're working hard. They seem pretty athletic, so we're excited. Seeing some good potential. Captain Alex McGilvery's a senior. Hopefully he gets his name up on the board like our captains did last year. And, Tyler Vadnais is a junior this year. He should have a real good year. And just kind of excited to watch the young guys grow and get ready and, do the best they can.
We've got some new faces, and it's really nice to see also familiar faces and the growth that they've made in a year. So we're going to be young, but the energy is really great so far. There's clearly some kids who have really worked in the off season, and that's paid off for them. We're also just energy-wise and knowledge of where we're starting out. We've got a good crop, and we can definitely start moving forward quickly.
We had a good off season, productive-wise. We had a bunch of guys commit hard. Typically, we're never deep. I don't think we'll be deep this year, but we returned a lot of experience. Returned 3 starters, played a lot of minutes. 1 2-year starter with James, and then a 3-year starter with Seti, and then Jaden will be a 2-year starter. So we turned 3 starters and a lot of experience. We have some younger guys who need to step up to fill those other roles.
Pretty successful year across the board for us. We didn't lose any meets. We were runner-up at the state championship in indoors, won the state championship in spring, and then graduated a ton of seniors. We have the most new kids out we've ever had, something like 35 freshmen, probably 20 or so other brand new kids. So right now we're really just in that trying to figure out who's what.
Well, I think one of the things we're looking forward to is watching our seniors play, because they've been playing since 7th grade, and there's, 6 of them on the team, 7 of them on the team. I think we've got some experience. We went kind of deep into the tournament last year. That should help us throughout the course of the season and maybe getting us ready.
Very excited for the season. Guys have been working really hard. Really excited to see the progress that our returning guys have made, and a lot of new guys will be joining the mix as well.
We did lose a few gymnasts last year that graduated, but we have a great group coming up. We have 4 captains: Rachel Swain, Caroline Russo, Ava Sheck-Davis, and Ilex Fowler. So we're really leaning toward them for leadership and for doing really good gymnastics. We have a handful of great kids coming up, so we're very excited about that.
We have a lot of returners, which I'm really happy for. We have some seniors like Cora, Hope, Shar, Renee, lots of freshmen, lots of sophomores, and even some juniors that haven't done indoor before signing up. As of right now today, we have about 50 girls, which is awesome, and that is awesome for this program because it's growing, and I think everybody in the school sees how great we're doing, and they want to be a part of it.
11 swimmers on the team this year, most of them returning. We have 1 walk-on freshman. His name is Aditya Wish-Rojoir. Upperclassmen, we have senior Josh Serrato and junior Mark Seltzer. We have some freshmen, Shea Woodbury, Tom Cullen, Chase Costa, Akira Kusashi. He swam last year. We've got some pretty good form. Right now, this is coming to the end of our first week, so we're doing a lot of conditioning right now.
I'm Robert Paris for BNEWS Sports.
The regular season won't begin until this coming weekend and early next week. Good luck to everyone competing. Red Devil hockey had 2 scrimmages this past weekend with a win over Masconnett 4-1 and a loss to Framingham 3-1. Girls hockey had 1 scrimmage against Billerica on the 2nd. As there's taping, the results have not been posted. Girls basketball has 2 scrimmages before the regular season with Linfield and Ipswich before the season opener in Reading. Head coach Pam McKay was very proud of how her team performed against the Pioneers. In a quote, she said, "We were offensively led by junior captain Savannah Scally, and 7 of our athletes contributed to the score. We were down at halftime, but we were able to take the lead by creating transition opportunities. The team made great defensive adjustments in the second half, and that led to turnovers or keeping HW one and done. It was a good first scrimmage where everyone saw the floor, and I got to see chemistry of different lineups." Boys basketball had 2 scrimmage games before the December 12th kickoff with Greater Lowell Tech and Tingsboro. As of this taping, the results have not been posted. Esports had multiple playoff matches on the 5th. Rocket League team won against Braintree to advance in the semis. I won my match 2-0 to advance to the regional semis. Matt Jernan also won his match 2-0 and will be joining me in the regional semis. Brady Koss has lost his match 0-2. Semifinals are being played on December 7th. We'll have an update next week. For more Red Devil action, go to bcattv.org/sports and check out our Twitter page at BNews Sports. That's all for now. I'm Anthony Matos. Back to you guys in the studio.
Now it's time for the weather with Peter Brown, and stay tuned for your community calendar with Gretchen Carey.
Well, hello everyone, this is Peter Brown, Temperature Weather. For the next 7 days, here we are heading in towards the second week of December. It's been pretty chilly out there in the Burlington area over the past few weeks. As we start our period on Friday, we should be seeing temperatures at this time of the year in the mid-40s. That's about where we're going to be. As we round out the period getting in towards next Thursday, we should be seeing temperatures only in the low 40s for this time of the year. That's also where we're going to end up being, so pretty average to bookend the start of the period and the end of the period, so not too bad out there. And of course, as we get closer and closer to the winter solstice, our daylight keeps getting shorter and shorter, but again, only a couple of weeks to go, and the length of day will start getting longer again. Now, as we go ahead, let's take a look at the Climate Prediction Center is calling in terms of precipitation and temperatures over the next 7 to 10 days here in the Burlington area. Looking at our temperature map, they're expecting us to have fairly good chance of having above average temperatures. I'm really only seeing that maybe this weekend. Thereafter, it looks like we're going to cool back down to average. We'll have to see how that pans out. Looking at our precipitation chances, they're expecting us to have a pretty good chance of above average precipitation. I'm seeing that as well, especially as we get in towards the latter portions of Sunday and getting in towards Monday morning. So as we go ahead, let's take a look at those 7 days of weather coming up. And again, starting on a period on Friday, starting your weekend out. Pretty nice out there, average for this time of the year. Temperatures in the mid-40s. Very nice, though, on Saturday if you're going out to do any holiday shopping. Sunny skies out there. Going to be getting a little bit breezy, but temperatures in the mid-50s, so really nice. Now, as we get in towards Sunday and Monday, this is where we're going to see the chance of some showers and some steadier rain coming in, especially overnight getting into Monday morning. Temperatures pretty warm on Sunday and maybe in the low 60s, but very, very windy out there. Same thing on Monday as the cold front passes through. It's going to stay pretty windy out there. You're going to have to keep an eye on those power lines. Make sure that you have some batteries ready, maybe things like that. Just keep an eye as it's going to be pretty gusty out there. Then, as we get in towards Tuesday and Wednesday, we're going to see the sun come back out, and our temperatures are going to return to normal for this time of the year again in the mid-40s. So nothing crazy out there. I know for those of you who love the snow, unfortunately, again, this is not a forecast for you. And looking ahead in towards the middle and latter portions of December, it doesn't look like we're going to be having much in the way of frozen precipitation as of now. So we're going to have to keep an eye out on that, but it doesn't look like we're going to have much snow coming up. So everyone, get out there, enjoy the weather, and have a great week.
Hi, I'm Eric Conti, Superintendent of Schools.
And I'm Lisa Chen, the Assistant Superintendent for Learning.
We're wishing everyone a truly safe and happy holidays this holiday season.
And a wonderful New Year's as we begin to celebrate in 2024.
Hi, and welcome to the Burlington Brief. I'm your host, Sydney Bowles.
And I'm your other host, Sarah Eshelman. We're here to bring you a no-nonsense,
maybe a little nonsense,
guide to what's happening in Burlington, from major capital projects to schools to business and society.
Tune in every week for fresh interviews with people at the center of local news and conversations between two journalists who know what's up. So subscribe to the Burlington Brief to make sure you don't miss a single thing and get the best of local news delivered right to your ears.
Hey everyone, I'm Gretchen Carey, and this is your Community Calendar. On December 12th from 1 to 7 p.m., the American Red Cross will be hosting a Burlington Community Blood Drive at the American Legion. Call for an appointment at 1-800-RED-CROSS. On December 16th from 1 to 3 p.m., Wayside Shopping Center will be having a holiday winter wonderland. For more information, go to the following website. On December 17th from 7 to 8:30 p.m., the Burlington Mall is having pet photos with Santa. For more information, go to the following website. For more community calendar events, go to bcattv.org, burlingtonpubliclibrary.org, and burlingtonrecreation.org. I'm Gretchen Carey, and that was your Community Calendar.
Every week, we're coming to a close with a photo sent in by a member of the community. Mary Leach sent in this picture of the Leahy kids all decked out for winter. She said they even had an extra pair of skates for a friend. Thank you, Mary. If you have a photo you'd like to see featured here or share with us and with the community, email it to us at bcat@bcattv.org with the subject line Photo of the Week. That's our program for this week. Thank you for watching. We'll leave you with a video put together by our Video Voyagers. That's the middle school TV club that explores all aspects of video production here at BCAT. Each participant got to work with a different aspect of video production, including directing, audio, and camera work. This was an extremely important project because it was created in collaboration with Brandy Sales, an award-winning video marketing expert who started right here at BCAT as a student volunteer himself. Enjoy. Thank you.
When people look at me, they think I like music, I'm quiet, and that I'm a surfer dude.
When people look at me, they think I'm quiet, they think I'm not athletic, and they underestimate me overall.
When people look at me, they think I'm quiet, I don't like sports, and that I'm not smart.
When people get to know me, they realize I'm funny, I'm kind, and I'm a scout.
Well, when people really get to know me, they know that I'm kind and a very intelligent person, I'm very athletic, and overall, I'm just very social.
If people really got to know me, they'd know that I like video games, I play an instrument, and I'm a scout.
My name is Nick, and I'm from Burlington, Massachusetts, and I am 100% the future.
My name is Stelios, I'm from Burlington, MA, and I am the future 100%.
My name is Evan, I'm from Burlington, Massachusetts, and I'm 100% the future.